Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a quick review of the new Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. As you see here, this is the new Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man which was released by S.H.F Figuarts, and as my first review of this channel, I'm going to review this brand new release, or somewhat brand new release anyways. First of all, let's take a look at the figure. At first glance, this figure looks quite well, actually. When I first unboxed him, I was rather amazed at how good this figure is looking. Like right now, this camera doesn't do it justice because I'm recording from a phone. And I just want to say that in person, this figure looks amazing and it feels amazing. Not to make a pun of that because it's Spider-Man. You feel me? Amazing Spider-Man. Anyways, the posability, which we'll get into it later, is actually very good. I've seen some complaints about this place right here at the leg, which by some people they say that the color differentiation is noticeable and is quite a big flaw. But as you see here, you don't see it as much as people say you could see it. Like right here, I don't think you could catch it on camera, but it doesn't look that bad, for me at least. I think it depends for every person what they think should look good or bad. But anyways, let's first go into the head sculpt. As you see here, this is the head sculpt. You could see that all the lines are painted with this gunmetal, which is accurate to what is shown on the box, but it does not look quite like what is offered on the box art because of the different lighting, I guess, and also the eyes. If you see here, they're differently painted. Here it's more like a silver, here it's just white. So there is no difference. Well, there is a big difference in that. After that, if we look closer, for me, I have a little paint imperfection, which you can see here, where the eye does the painting does not meet where the eye is. As you see here, the red, you could clearly see it, a line here, which should be painted black. While if you look here on closer inspection, you could see a line where the black should be painted is actually a bit white, but that's not a gripe I have that affects me as much. Some people may be affected by it, but not me. I think this figure looks good even with the imperfection that it has. Well, now I want to go into the accessories first before I get into the articulation. As you see here, people have said a lot of things about this Tobey Maguire head sculpt, but in person, it's a whole different story. As you see here, this does quite look like Tobey, and I am very happy about that because Tobey Maguire was the first Spider-Man I was introduced to, so it makes me quite happy that the head sculpt they made for him is quite well. As you see, you do get a different neck piece to the one that you get with the head, and if you pop out with the neck, you could pop in this neck with no problem. Just gotta apply a little bit of pressure from the neck, and there you go. You should hear a click, and boom, it's in there. And it does not feel like it will come off anytime soon, so I'd say it's fairly secure on there, and yeah, it does look good. And now we do also get another head accessory, which is made to look like when Tobey takes off the mask. As you see here, at the hair, it's more of a scrambled look, and it is spiky. It is hard plastic, so it's not easily shaped or reshaped, I guess. And we also get this hideous smile, which is accurate to Tobey smiles in the movies and even in real life. Tobey does smile like this, so I feel like it's a good head sculpt, but many people do not quite enjoy it as much as I do. Well, let's go over to the other hands which we get with this figure. Yo, quick break in the middle of the video. Yeah, I know that's kind of dumb, but so is my dumbass because I accidentally made the entire accessory section a bit too long. So here is my best impression of doing the voiceover. Let's go. As you see, we get two fisted hands, we get two pointing hands, we get two open palm hands, and which you could see the details are amazing on this figure. We get two thwipping hands, which you could also use these web thwipping accessories for. We get two of those, and also we get two smaller ones. And we also get this open hand, kind of open hand, which we could use to hold these longer webs to emulate web swinging. You could also put it in on the other side, which could give the effect of another wave swinging. And we also get these open palm hands, which could be used for open resting, or we could use to fit this amazing sculpted mask to go with the unmasked Tobey Maguire head. It fits firmly in both hands and no risk of losing it. So yeah, that's it for the accessories. Now on to articulation. Okay. Now let's start first of all with the articulation on the head. As you can see, it goes this much up with the neck and the head, and this much down, which is very generous because now we can have him looking down from God knows where. Look kind of menacing like this. Anyways, we can get this much range to the right and this much to the left. On his arms, let's go with his left arm. It goes up this much, or this much if you don't use the joint properly, and if you take it down a notch, you could get this far up, which is quite nice. You could get the 360 with the arm, no problem with that. And you do have to be careful because if you look in here closely, you could see that there's a joint right there. And sometimes when you pose around, you could actually shift this part right here, and it would make the joint like be at a weird spot, because if you look right here, you can see that the joint does not actually articulate at this point. So if you try to bend this backwards, it will likely cause a break with the figure. So do be careful with that. Keep that in mind when you're posing your figure. And if we continue with the arm, we get this bicep swivel, we get double jointed elbows, and wrist rotation, which goes up and down, and you could also change what direction it is, so we can get left and right. And there's also a swivel here, so that's nice. If we continue also to the elbow joint or butterfly joint, whatever this is called, it goes forward this much, which is quite good. With both arms, we get around this much forward, which is nice. And we get not much back, actually. I don't think we get that much back. Yeah, this is as much as goes back. Well, who cares? And goes up, it goes down. So yeah, pretty good butterfly articulation, I guess. Now to the torso, we get to the side. In the upper torso, we get sides, we get back this much, forward this much, which is quite nice. And together with the other joint at at the waist, we get around this much forward, I think, this much, and this much back. Nice. And we also get a bit of bend to the sides with the waist joint. So yeah. Now, a grab that lots of people have with this figure is this diaper joint, which is used to cover up the cheeks, I guess, when you're posing around, because when you're doing this, it could look quite weird at the back. So these are here to protect our eyes, I guess. But I don't think they're necessary, and I do like them, but they're not necessary to the figure. They could just sell it without them and I'd be just as happy. But as of right now, this figure comes with the diaper, so who cares? We also get this much forward thanks to the diaper and all that, and this much back, which is nice. I don't know why you would want him to go back this much with his leg, but I guess it's good for anyone who wants to do a limbo with him like this. So it works. It does its stuff. Well, anyways, we also get a split that goes this much to the sides. Don't know why my right leg doesn't want to go up. Yeah. And we also get a leg swivel. As you see here, it's quite tight, so I like that. Double jointed knees work very well. You can see the sculpt that continues at the knee joint. Then we get foot swivel, left to right. We go up and down, very nice. And we also get the ankle swivel, see here, nice. And last but not least, we get the toe joint that only goes up, not down. So does this stuff quite well. But now on to size comparison, I guess. Now for the size comparison, first of all, I got this Toy Biz Battle Ravage Spider-Man, which actually looks quite well next to this S.H.F Figuarts Spidey. Now, I know this Toy Biz does look a lot bigger, but in person they size pretty well to each other, so you could go from this Spidey to this one if you're doing an animation or anything like that. Next one we have is this Toy Biz version of Spider-Man 2 Spidey, and next to it, it looks very small, but it looks very good actually. This is a huge improvement over these Toy Biz figures, and I'm very glad that we actually got this S.H. Figuarts. So there are these two. These next figures I'm gonna be showing are Homecoming Spider-Man, which actually scales really good. This is Marvel Legends, this is S.H. Figuarts, so this scales very good for what they actually look like in real life, because Toby is around 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters taller than Tom, so that scales good. And as you see, the Spidey behind him, we got the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man, which is very tall compared to him. It looks like a teenager compared to him, and they're around the same age, so I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's these two. And last but not least, we got the Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Gwen, which I got not too long ago. I'm gonna do a review of her pretty soon too, so stay out for that. And we also got this pocket army figure. I don't remember the name exactly, but it's a good figure to pose this Toby with. So, and it does scale pretty well too. So that's it for the size comparison. Now, as some final words for this figure, I love it very much because it does represent everything that Tobey Maguire did in these old movies, and the posability of it justifies the price, and even the sculpt and painting of it too. It's very nice of a figure, and if you're considering to buy it, I think you should. But there is a lot of other figures that you could spend your money on too, but for now, I feel like this figure very much justifies the price with all the accessories, the nostalgia, and yeah, just everything with it. And also because it comes with the pointing hands. I mean, I don't know about you, but these pointing hands do they help a lot with posing, because come on, who doesn't want a pointy Spidey? Come on. But that's it for this review. I'm going to leave it over to future me to edit this and make some nice pictures with these other figures that I have around. And please do leave criticism in the comments down below. I would appreciate it very much, because I'm still learning and I'm trying to do something here with this channel, because I haven't even figured out a name yet. But be a good Samaritan. Please like the video. If you don't, tell me why you don't like it, and have a good day.